Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Blair and today I'm sharing everything that I got during the Sephora VIB sale and I'm putting it all on my face and giving you my first impressions. So if you're interested in my Sephora sale, get ready with me. Please keep watching. If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed and hit your little notification bell if you haven't already so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And let's go ahead and get into my get ready with me using my Sephora VIB Sale Haul. The first thing I wanted to try is the Supergoop Glow Screen. So it's a sunscreen, it's SPF 40. I have tried the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen before and I do like it. It's a very mattifying sunscreen, so if you don't like a luminous finish to your skin at all, you like more of a matte finish, the Unseen sunscreen from Supergoop is really nice, but we all know I love a good glow. So I did get this one. It's SPF 40. I've never, I don't think, seen a sunscreen marketed to be glowy, so that's interesting to me. Oh, so it's kind of tinted. Interesting. Okay. So it's like a skin tone color. Lately I have been applying my sunscreen with a brush and my primer too. So I'm gonna use, this is my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Wow, it really does give a glow. So it's very lightweight feeling on my face. It's not thick or greasy feeling. It also doesn't have much of a smell either, which is interesting. Okay. Wow, so it really does give a glow to your face. But it kind of, it's not tacky feeling. It dried down. That's interesting. I like that actually. Very interesting. So I'll be interested to see how it does underneath my makeup. But first impression is I'm pretty intrigued by this from Supergoop. It got really good reviews on Sephora's website too. So usually the reviews I know are not always accurate, but this one got a lot of really good reviews. Next, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Primer. So this I've tried before. I just had a mini travel size and I really like it. So I got the full size and yes, I'm going to basically apply another glowy product on top of this glowy sunscreen. I just love a good glow. I can't help it. So this is also almost the same color as that sunscreen. This primer also gives you kind of a, it's not really a bronzy look, it's more of like a golden kind of glow. I don't know, it's pretty, especially for summertime or springtime. This gives you a little bit of color to your face so you're not super pale and ghostly. I also really like to use this primer mixed in with foundations. I've done that too and I really like that. I like a glow to my skin all year round, but especially spring going into summertime, I love a good glow. I did go ahead and apply my Bobbi Brown corrector, and the next thing I got that I wanted to try is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I have been debating back and forth since this got put on Sephora's website about which color to get. I got the shade number 4. I hope this is okay. I wear the shade number 4 in the Luminous Silk Foundation, so hopefully this is okay. I have been waiting to try this because I am a concealer fanatic and I love the Luminous Silk Foundation. This is the shade number 4 if you are curious. Let's try this out. Ooh. Okay, it's very, very thin. Very, very thin. It feels really nice. I believe this is supposed to be a medium coverage concealer. Multi-purpose glow concealer. Obviously, if you put glow in the title, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna start to kind of blend this out with a brush first. Since it is so thin, I feel like if I use a sponge right away, it's just gonna pick up all the product. I can definitely tell that if you have a lot to cover and you don't apply a corrector first, this is not gonna cover it. Because it's definitely not supposed to be a full coverage concealer, but it definitely isn't. I would say it's a very, very light medium coverage. Okay, yeah, so not much coverage at all. I'm gonna go in and add a little bit more and see if that helps. But it, to me, is very sheer, and I put corrector underneath of this. I mean, I do like that it's lightweight, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go in with this brush now. This is my Sigma Concealer Kabuki brush. Okay, so that definitely helped. Still not a ton of coverage, but that definitely did help. So I like the finish. The finish is very pretty and natural looking for sure. So if you don't have a lot to cover and you don't have a ton of blue tones or really severe circles under your eyes, you might really love this. I love the finish. Love, love, love the finish. Just, I wish there was like a tiny bit more coverage. We'll see how it looks when I put my foundation on. So I'm not sure about this. I'm on the fence. I do love the finish though. I have been dying to try this foundation. I've seen a lot of really good reviews of the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. Okay, here's what the packaging looks like. So it comes in a really pretty tall, thin glass bottle with a pump. I got mine in the shade Y225. This is supposed to brighten, smooth, firm, hydrate, and even out your skin tone. I actually haven't tried much from Makeup Forever, so I'm very interested to try this. Let's try this out. I believe, if I remember, okay, so it's very liquidy. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a pretty light coverage foundation. So we'll see. That was about one pump, by the way. So we will see how far that gets us. And I'm going to, let's see, I think I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush. Side note, but if you are looking for a new foundation brush, this is one of my absolute favorites of all time. Not sure if this is going to come up on camera, but this color matches me really, really well. Okay, this is beautiful. Oh, man. Yeah, I like this immediately. The finish of this is so pretty. So this is a very natural finish. It's not dewy, it's a little bit illuminating, but it could be a lot to do with the two glowy primers I have on underneath, but the finish of this, wow. Really, really like that. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more, like that much. I love how lightweight this is. Actually, this texture reminds me of the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, actually. It's a very lightweight and pretty liquidy. This is very similar. I bet this would be a really good foundation for someone with more mature skin. Okay, so this is definitely a really good first impression from me. We'll see how it does with the rest of the makeup, but I think this is really pretty. Love it. I think this would be really great every day. Easy, pretty natural foundation. I don't know why when I bought my stuff from the sale, I bought so many blushes and bronzers. I'm not sure why. I guess I was just in the mood for bronzer and blush. I don't know, but trying to decide what I'm gonna use. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this one. This is the Nudestix All Over Face Color. And this one is in Bondi Bay. I've never tried anything from Nudestix before. So if you're not familiar, I really love Nudestix packaging. I think it's really simple and classic looking. So there's the color on my skin tone. I am gonna first take my little IT Cosmetics brush and I'm just gonna get some directly on the brush. This is how I've seen a lot of people applying this product. And just start stippling it on the skin. I love cream bronzer in spring and summer. I just think really cream blush too. I love both. I just think it looks so pretty and natural. I love it. When I do cream bronzer, I try to make sure I connect the cheek to where I put it on my temples, kind of going up into my hairline, just so it looks more natural. I already can tell I'm gonna love this. Oh man, so pretty. I was debating getting one of the Nudestix blushes, but then I got one of the Fenty cream blushes, the new ones, and I was like, Blair, you really don't need both of those, but now I'm starting to think maybe I should have gotten one from Nudestix. But oh, this is so pretty. Oh. I know a lot of people just apply this directly on their face too and do it that way, but for some reason I always think I like how it turns out better when I get some on my brush and then go in on my face. This is so pretty. I can definitely see why people talk about this all the time. I love this. Win for me, for sure. The blush that I got was the Fenty Cream Blush in Petal Poppin. Again, I had a really hard time choosing a shade in these because there are so many and they all look so pretty. Confession, I have already tried this. I could not help it. I just was dying to try this color. It looks a lot brighter in the pan, but actually when you are applying it, they're very sheer, so you can really build them up if you want to. I've seen a lot of people say they don't like that they're sheer. I personally really like that about them. is I like the option to build a blush up if I want to, but I also like the option to keep it really sheer if I want. So that's Petal Poppin right there. And let me just tell you, I am obsessed with this also. I've just been using this little Japanese brush that I have and just kind of stippling some on my hand and then going directly on the cheek. But these, like, obviously I've only tried this color, but I am obsessed with this. I know a lot of people have been talking about how they're really little. They are really small. I will admit, I thought it was gonna be a little bit bigger. Like, what can I compare it to? So, like, this is my Bobbi Brown corrector, and this is the blush. So it's not that much bigger than the corrector, but I like it so much I really don't care, to be honest. I'm obsessed with this. Love this so, so much. I'm sure you could use this with a sponge or your finger if you wanted to, but I've just been going in with a brush and I've really been liking how it turned out. I'm about to use another bronzer. I really don't need any more bronzer, but I'm going to use just a little bit because I'm dying to use this. I have always wanted the Ford Soleil Glow Bronzer. And this, I got the small size, which unfortunately the small size is still very pricey, but look at this, a white velvet pouch. I got the shade Terra, by the way. Oh gosh, it's so tiny. So tiny, but how freaking pretty. Oh my gosh. So nice. I don't know what got into me when I ordered this, to be honest. I thought, well, I'll get the mini size and it won't be as much, but it's still a lot for a bronzer, especially a bronzer this size, but hey. Okay, let's use this brush. Wow. So this brush is very nice. Wow. I'm only going to use a little bit of this bronzer because that Nudestix one is very warm. So I really don't need any more, but I had to try this out because I've been dying to try it. I might use a little bit of this on my eyes later, actually, so we can see it a little bit more because it's kind of hard to tell since I had that cream bronzer underneath, but obviously it is beautiful. So really excited about that. I filled in my brows and I did not get any new brow products, but I was so tempted by the Patrick Ta new brow product, the clear and then the tinted like wax. I guess it's supposed to help you get like the soap brow look. I was so tempted to buy that, and honestly it's still kind of in the back of my head, so I might end up buying it at some point. But anyway, I did not buy any brow products, and surprisingly this time I did not buy very many eye products. I bought one cream shadow and that was pretty much it as far as like an eyeshadow goes, so we're going to use that today. I got one of the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize, and this one is in the shade Jean. I actually have one of the Eyes to Mesmerize already. I have it in Marie Antoinette, but I have seen a bunch of people using the shade Jean, and I thought it would be a really good all over lid color. So I got this one. We're going to do super, super easy eyes today, and I'm going to take the Eyes to Mesmerize. Oh. Oh, wow, that is pretty. Oh gosh, that gives you like a wet metallic kind of look to your eye. Ooh, that is pretty. Wow. I'm just kind of using this brush to pull it up slightly and just kind of buff out the edges. I'm just applying this on my bare eyelid too. I'm not priming or anything. So pretty. Honestly, a lot of times these kinds of eye looks, like really simple cream shadow looks, are my favorite because they're so easy and they are so pretty. Even though they take not much effort at all, they look really, really nice and pretty. Oh, I love it. And honestly, I might take a tiny bit of Marie Antoinette. Hang on one second. I think I may take a little bit of that shade, like just a tiny, tiny bit, and put that kind of on the outer corner. So these cream shadows, if you've never tried them from Charlotte Tilbury, I love them. And you do get a good bit of product in these jars. So one of these would last you for quite a while, but they are so, so pretty. I love it so much. And the last thing I'm gonna do is take that Tom Ford bronzer again. And I am going to run a little bit of this in my crease. So I'm just gonna run this back and forth, kind of high up above where we put that main shimmer color. This Tom Ford bronzer is a very neutral bronze, which is my favorite. Honestly, if I had to choose a warm bronzer, a cool bronzer, or a neutral bronzer, I would always choose a really neutral bronzer. I love them. See how pretty that is? And that took little to no effort whatsoever. And you could definitely skip the darker Marie Antoinette shade and just do the light shade and some bronzer in your crease and you're good to go. I am actually gonna take, where is it? Tiny bit of Marie Antoinette. And I'm just gonna run that along my bottom lash line. Now I'm gonna curl my lashes with the best eyelash curler ever, the Surratt Beauty Lash Curler. I would highly, highly recommend this from the Sephora sale. It is pricey, but I love it. I also picked up the Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer, the lash primer. I have used a lash primer, but not in a really long time. And I've seen several people talking about this one and the Dior one. So I really wanted to try it out. I'm gonna do one eye at a time so we can see the difference. Okay, I guess that's good. I can't really see it that much. Like, I thought it was gonna be more white. I'm gonna use, I did not get this from the sale. I have just had this, the Chanel Volume de Chanel. Now my lashes are very long right now, so I mean my lashes do look very voluminous, but I don't know if it's the primer or if it's just maybe my lashes, but it does look nice. I guess I'll do this eye with no primer so we can see if there looks like a difference, like there's a difference. So here we have primer, here we have no primer. I don't see that much of a difference. If I see a difference, it's that this side looks longer and this side looks thicker, like the lashes themselves look thicker. Like I said in a previous video, I have been using Revitalash on my lashes for a few months now, and my lashes are so long, so long. And I've used a bunch of different lash growth serums, but I mean, my lashes have been this length for quite some time now, and it's definitely from the Revitalash. So I don't know, maybe I'll wait and try this again when my lashes are kind of in that stage where they're not as long and they're all kind of starting to fall out, and see if it makes more of a difference. But right now I don't really see a difference. Moving on to the lips. I have a little bit of lip balm on. I'm going to try to blot that off. I actually did not get any lipsticks during the sale, which is also unusual for me. I did get the Marc Jacobs Poutliner Longwear Lip Pencil in the shade Cream and Sugar. I feel like I hear people talking about this Cream and Sugar shade, and also the shade Nudist from Marc Jacobs. So I will swatch it for you. So that's it right there. It's a really pretty nudie pink. Never tried. I've tried the eyeliners from Marc Jacobs that are in this same little package, but I've never tried the lip liner. So let's try this out. Okay, so the texture of this feels exactly like the Marc Jacobs, I think it's called the Highliner eyeliners. This feels exactly the same. Ooh, yeah, that's really nice. It looks almost identical to my natural lip color, which I love to find lip pencils that really go with your natural coloring. I just think they always look so nice and pretty. Love it. This is going to be a new go-to for me, I think. Love it so much. I got the Nars Afterglow Balm in the shade Laguna. If you've seen a lot of my other videos, I use this one from Nars, which is the Orgasm Afterglow Balm, and I love that one. So it's really pretty. It's not as nude on me as I thought it was going to be. I guess because they're so sheer, and my natural lip color is pretty pink. I would say it's kind of a rosy color, but it looks really nice with that lip liner. I love these. I was also debating getting one of the Dior Glow lip balms that are kind of similar to these from Nars, but I went with this one instead. I love these for every day. I just really love a nice colored balm. I think they're really pretty and easy. And last but not least, I got this Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil-Infused Lip Gloss. I believe these just came out. I think they're pretty new. But it's a very pretty nude, of course. So I think these are supposed to be really lightweight, shiny lip glosses. This one is in the shade Free Spirit. Wow, this is so thin. It doesn't even feel like a lip gloss. It really does feel like an oil. Oh, that is pretty. Wow. One other thing, I did not need this either. In fact, probably should not put it on now because my face is already pretty glowy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got the Hourglass Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. So this, I guess, came out a few years ago for holiday from Hourglass, and people loved it so much they brought it back. It is really pretty. I actually did not have a highlighter from Hourglass either. I have the powders, I have a blush and a bronzer, but not a highlight. So that was my excuse. How pretty. So I think I'm gonna mix, this one's kind of a bronzy color. I think I'm gonna mix a little bit of all of these. I'm just gonna dip into all of them. Oh. Wow. Because I really needed some more glow on my face. Wow. This is like so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the final look, and I thought I would do a quick recap of all the products and my initial thoughts on them. Sunscreen, so far so good. It looks really good under this makeup, and I didn't notice any pilling or anything like that, and it did really give that luminous look that I obviously really like, so I do love that. I think it would be really pretty for no makeup days and just throw on a little concealer over it maybe, and that'd be it, and I think that'd be really pretty. Also love the Wonder Glow primer from Charlotte Tilbury. I had tried this before, so I knew that I was going to like this, so I'm glad I finally have the full size. The concealer. I'm on the fence with the concealer, not because I think it looks bad, but just for me because of the coverage. It's not as much as I typically like for under my eyes, but the finish is so pretty. It is very similar to the Luminous Silk Foundation, just in a concealer form. And it's very, I would say it's pretty luminous looking, honestly. And I do think that's kind of hard to find in a concealer. I don't see many luminous concealers that I personally feel are truly luminous, and this one really does have a luminous finish. Makeup Forever foundation, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Beautiful. This is the first time I've worn it, and I love it. Love it. I think this is the prettiest natural looking foundation. I'm not kidding. Love this. Reminds me a lot of Luminous Silk from Armani. The foundation texture is very similar. It does say light coverage online, but to me it's more of a medium coverage. Definitely not full coverage, but I would say you could get a pretty decent medium coverage from this. So I personally, 10 out of 10, loving this so far. The bronzers, love the Nudestix. I am definitely going to be wearing that all the time. The Tom Ford, I'm happy I bought it. It's expensive, so don't feel like you need to go out and buy a Tom Ford bronzer. I have no excuse. I bought it and I don't regret it. No shame. I like this a lot. Love the Fenty blush. If you were on the fence, I know they're small for $20. They are a pretty small product, but I mean, they are so pretty. So pretty. You can build them up. If you want more color, you can build them up, or you can keep them sheer. Honestly, you could probably put it on your lips too as a lip balm, and that would be really pretty. So love this from Fenty Beauty. Let me know if you guys picked up any of these blushes. I kind of want to get another color of this now because I really like it. Love the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. I think it is so pretty. I love it so much. I love both shades, Jean and Marie Antoinette. If you want a little more color, I would say go Marie Antoinette. If you want just a really pretty, kind of a skin toned all over sheen for your lids, I would go with the Jean shade. The eyelash primer, like I said in the earlier clip, I don't know that it made a huge difference. Again, this is the side with the primer, this is the side without. The only thing I would say is this side, I think, the lashes look a little bit thicker. And I'm assuming it's the primer kind of bulking it up underneath the mascara, but there is not a huge difference that I'm seeing. Let me know if you guys see a big difference, but I'm kind of on the fence with that. I'm not sure. The lip products, I love. I love the Balm. I love this lip gloss. If you like a really lightweight gloss that's not sticky, but you love that shiny look to your lips, you would love this. And lip liner, 10 out of 10. Love it. I love the formula. I love the color. Everything about it I really love. And last but not least, the Hourglass palette. Love it. Hourglass powders are not like anything else, and this highlighter palette is no exception. I know it's expensive, so if you're gonna pick it up, get it during the sale if you can. I think this may be out of stock the last time I looked, but I do know that they restock things throughout the sale, so go on there and put your email in, and it will notify you when things restock if there's something you've had your eye on and you're waiting for it to come back. So that is going to be it for today's video. This is my favorite kind of video to film. I've been looking forward to sitting down and playing with this stuff since the box came. I was literally sitting at my desk, but my desk is right by this window that you can see when the mail people pull up to the house, and I almost fell out of my chair when I saw them with the Sephora box. I know. It's a little bit much, like I've never gotten any makeup before, but I was just so excited to try this stuff out and sit down and film this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so before you leave. One last thing, make sure to go follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.